sex, which is not quite as glamorous as drinking blood, I suppose. Hello interwebs and welcome back. I'm Shanna and this is where I share my life and stories and visions and opinions and whatever else I feel like. And today we are back with another Japanese legend. And today we are going to be talking about the Rokurokubi, or the Nuke Kubi, I guess I should say. So without too much rambling, let's go ahead and get into this creepy Japanese legend. Let's go. Beep, beep, beep. This is a quick reminder to let you guys know that you should hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and if you like the video at any point, go ahead and hit that like button as well. Sorry for the interruption. I'm going to shut up now and let's get back to the video. Let's imagine two scenarios. Scenario number one. You are walking home late at night after a night out with your friends at the izakaya. You've had a few drinks, you're feeling good, you're in your neighborhood, which is totally safe, no problems, and you look down an alleyway and you see something very, very concerning and strange. There's a body lying completely motionless on the ground with a head floating above it. Nothing but a head. It's not attached to anything. And there is blood dripping from its mouth. But luckily the head hasn't noticed you yet. So what do you do? Scenario number two. You have a wonderful friend who she is beautiful and smart and charismatic and funny, and she's your best friend. You guys are really close. She's come to your house one day and you were having a game night together, playing games, playing Animal Crossing, watching TV, playing board games, talking, laughing, drinking, having a great time. And the last train has come and gone, so you offer for her to stay in your spare room. No problem, right? Well, she goes off to bed and you've been cleaning up a little bit. You decide you want to go ask her what she wants you to make for breakfast in the morning. So you go over, you knock on the door, you open it, and you find what you would expect to be her body laying in the bed. But there's no head attached to it. In fact, there's just a long string-like thing leaving her body and going out of the window. And you are so confused. Are you hallucinating? What is happening? Did you fall asleep already? Is this a dream? What do? There are two kinds of these female yokai who take great pleasure in scaring humans, and one who is definitely more dangerous than the other. Both look and act like normal humans during the day, and they're typically very young, beautiful, and normal women. But at nightfall, that's when things get crazy. When the night falls, the Rokurokubi's neck grows longer and longer and longer, which essentially allows it to roam freely and independently from the body. Some or most Rokurokubi prefer to live their lives as normal humans. But when night falls, they can't control what happens as their necks continue to grow longer and longer and longer and outstretch out of the window, searching for their prey, humans, to scare them, not hurt them, not this type. As you can expect, searching for prey all night long after a long day of pretending to be normal can be quite tiring. So sometimes a Rokurokubi will forget to retract her neck and it will stay outstretched, thus revealing whom she truly is. The only way one can identify a Rokurokubi during the day, the only giveaway, is going to be the pale stretch marks that you can find on her neck. And those are typically conveniently hidden by hair or clothing or jewelry of some kind. The Rokurokubi eventually evolved and sort of went extinct to a different idea, the Nuke-kubi, or the removable head woman. Nuke means without, and kubi means neck. So Nuke-kubi, without a neck. If you have no neck, your head can just go do whatever the hell it wants to. The Nuke-Kubi completely detaches her head from the body, not just to search for human prey and scare them, but to kill them and drink their blood. They have such a great thirst for blood and have been described in many stories as biting humans and animals to death. This form of Rokurokubi, the Nuke-Kubi, attempts to hide their body at nighttime because if the body is discovered while the head isn't attached, they can actually be killed. So if you were to happen upon the body of a Nuke-Kubi without its head attached, if you hide the body, the head has no way to find its way back to it, thus rendering it completely useless come daytime and essentially killing the Nuke-Kubi. Throughout many writings, it was sort of discussed that this idea was a woman's soul removing itself from the body at night to wander. And in this way, it was presented as more of an illness or a curse rather than necessarily a yokai, although there are many stories where it was still presented that way. And because it was presented as more of an illness or a curse, there was also a great search for a cure for this illness or curse because it was believed that women can actually pass it on to their daughters. Now, this is just my own speculation, but it sounds to me like this idea actually stems from some sort of mental condition, possibly, that at the time of this story being created, maybe people didn't fully understand. Because if it's an illness or curse that women can have and they can pass it on to their children and they are wandering, etc., it might just be some kind of mental illness. I don't know. That's just my personal idea or speculation, but you can let me know what you think about that in the comments below. While Rokurokubi and Nuke-Kubi are typically female in most stories, in the late Edo period, a story came out about a male priest who was awoken in the middle of the night by a Nuke-Kubi. The next day, when he woke up, his manservant confessed to him that he suffered from the illness and he had to leave. So he returned to his hometown, which was famous in this story for having many people who suffered from this particular illness. The Rokurokubi continued to evolve in the Edo period when it was put in an encyclopedia and described as flying head barbarians, which is very similar to Chinese lore. In this version, they use their ears like wings, and they actually eat bugs and other insects, which is not quite as glamorous as drinking blood, I suppose. But in one of the legends, the yokai disguise themselves as woodcutters and actually kidnap and kill travelers. I feel like there's a lot of legends throughout history about yokai or demons or ghosts or real people even who do those things, which I think is very interesting. Regardless, it seems like this yokai, whether it's the Rokurokubi, whether it's the Nuke-Kubi, whether it's super dangerous or just wants to scare you, is not something I would necessarily want to encounter. And I'm actually really curious too, if you agree with the idea about mental illness, what mental illness do you think it might be linked to? And also, back to the first two scenarios. Let me know what you would do in those circumstances. And also, don't forget to let me know if you've heard this legend before, if it sounds similar to a legend or story from wherever you are from or somewhere that you have been. Tell me a little bit about that, because that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't know what to comment down below, leave some girl emojis. Any girl emoji of your choice. Maybe add a little ghosty emoji in there. Not only does that help out my channel a lot, but it lets me know that you were here. It gives us a chance to chat. And of course, I just love to see your faces down there. If you want another way to help out my channel, down below there'll be links to my website, my merch store, and my Patreon. There's zero obligation to check any of those out, but if you want to, you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. The Roku blah, 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 blah.